All right. Okay, we will start now. Okay, class, while I'm presenting, I will not be able to see the chat. So if you have any question, you please unmute yourself and you ask me. Right? Can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
All right. Okay, what is it written?
Lesson 2.
Okay, lesson 2, and this is from your CEFR English Form 5 textbook. Okay, as we shared with you last week, your textbook is called download, right? Okay, so now let's look at this picture. I need you to speak. Okay, what do you think about this picture? What's happening in this picture?
That girl is
Woman.
A woman, okay, a girl. What is she doing?
Holding oil bottle.
Holding what bottle?
Oil.
Oil bottle, okay. Any other?
washing
Pardon? Washing what?
The course.
Okay, what she
Sabun
has in her hand?
dengan
Cleaning.
Okay,
A
what she has
sponge.
in her hand? A
A
sponge
sponge and a soap bottle, I guess.
liquid
and a
soap.
what? What does it look like? Does
Liquid
it look like
soap.
oil bottle or looks like something else?
Something else.
And she's also hand. What does it look like? Okay, I'm so sorry. I lost my connection. Are you all still there? Can you all hear me, class?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
All right. Okay, because I'm in the school, that's why. Okay, now I've changed to my own connection, but the school connection is not so good. All right. All right. So let's go back to our. Okay, looking at this picture. So you said that she's holding a sponge, and what bottle is that in her hand? What does it look like?
A bottle. Is not showing.
Can you hear me or not?
Yes.
Okay, what is she holding in her hand?
A bottle filled with soap.
Okay, it looks like soap in her hand, and then she's wearing something in her hand. What is she wearing?
Teacher, we can't see.
You can't see the picture?
You're not presenting.
Okay, she's actually wearing a pair of gloves, and then she has a bottle of some kind of a liquid soap, and then the other hand, she has a sponge in her hand. Okay, so someone who is having something like that, what do you think she's up to?
Wash the dishes.
Okay, probably wash dishes or something. She's going to do something related to washing. So have you all done such a bad thing in your house? Do you all ever do this at home? Some people would consider this as a bad work, right? Not everyone would want to do this kind of things, right? So let's look at this thing. Okay, look at these household chores. Who do you think should do them? Write C for child or P for parent. Okay, let's look at the first one. Make your bed. So who is supposed to do it? The child or the parent? Hey, can you all hear me?
Child.
Child. Okay. Number 2, wash the car. Who is supposed to wash the car?
Parents.
Cook meals.
Parents.
Parents. Okay. Wash the dishes. Who wash dishes?
The child.
Pardon? Child. Okay. Do the laundry.
Parents.
Okay. Just a minute. Somebody has just come in. Let me just admit the person in. Okay. Dorothy. Okay. You can see, right? Okay. The next one. Dust the furniture. Who is supposed to dust the furniture? Can you all see?
Teacher, we can see.
Yeah.
I can see.
You can't see. Okay, just a minute. Let me share again. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, who is supposed to dust the furniture? Who is supposed to dust the furniture? Who should do? The child or the parent?
Child.
Child. Okay, clean the bathroom.
Parents.
Child.
Okay, child and parents. Okay, sweep and mop.
Child.
The child.
Child. All right. Okay, you see, the answers I'm getting, like, some are saying child, some are saying parents, some are saying child and parents, right? So it depends on your individual families. Some families, it is practice that the child does it, and in some families, the parents, they do it. All right. So, and there are also another category in Malaysia, as in the child, neither the child nor the parents, but it is done by the maid. Wait, somebody is just here. Who is here now? Hassan, Daniel Hassan. All right, next was this. Okay. All right. So it depends on each family. So it's up to you. Sometimes you do something. Maybe in your house you wash the car, not your parents, or maybe in your house you cook the meals, not your parents. All right. So it depends. Different family, it is different. Okay. So let's look at this statement. Dirty dishes in the sink, dusty furniture, grubby carpets, filthy floors, unmade beds, overflowing rubbish bins, and smelly laundry in the basket. Could you live in such a mess?
No.
No. Okay. You don't, right? Okay, but there are some people, sometimes they are not bothered. They just don't care. Who cares? Whatever smell, as long as I can live, I'll be fine. So it depends on individuals, but generally speaking, we can't live in such an environment. So somebody has to take the initiative to do the cleaning. Okay. Okay, yesterday I sent this text to your class WhatsApp, just in case if you are unable to read or whatsoever. Okay, so today we are going to read about this person by the name of Jessica Stilwell. All right, so because of these connectivity problems and all that, I am going to read. I hope you are able to look at this, because I'm sorry for those who are using handphones, because it might be a little small. That is why I sent you the picture yesterday. Okay, in the past, women stayed at home and did all the household chores while men went out to work. The father or sons rarely helped, but sometimes the daughters did. However, those days are long gone. Okay, number 1 here, meaning there is a statement that is missing. So later you are going to fill in the gaps. Okay. But despite this change, many teenagers believe that their parents, and more particularly their mothers, are the only ones who should pick up, tidy, wash, clean and clear. Are you one of those teens, or do you help out? Okay, so this is what is a common situation in some houses. What happens here is nobody helps the parents, especially the mothers. So when the mother is just at home and she doesn't work, there goes the pity, poor mom. She's bullied to the maximum. All right. So, okay, let's look at this second paragraph. It is a sad fact that just when children are mature enough to really help in the house, they become too involved with their schoolwork, part-time jobs, and other activities to be of much help. They always seem too busy to lend a hand around the house. Even so, teenagers should be careful not to make extra work for others. The truth is that no one is too busy to do these simple chores, and anyone claiming otherwise is probably just being lazy. So, what happens when parents become sick and tired of their children's excuses? Okay, here what happens here in paragraph 2 is, if the child is old enough to do his or her own bed, you should just do it yourself. You don't rely on your parents. Don't give extra work for your parents. Okay, let's look at paragraph 3. Okay, Jessica Stilwell faced this very problem. Her 3 daughters, okay, daughters are girls, didn't lift a finger at home, meaning they never helped the mother. So she went on strike. Okay, a strike meaning somebody stops doing things. See, the school is so noisy. Okay, it all began on a typical busy Saturday when Jessica was rushing around all over the town, taking her daughters to and from sports, shopping for the family and running errands. Running errands meaning she goes to the shop to buy things for the house. That evening, when she put her feet up for the first time all day, she looked around at the mess in her home and realized with a shock that she hadn't made any of it. Okay, so the mother was so tired looking at the mess of the house, she decided to put her feet up. Feet up meaning she wanted to rest. Okay, so Stilwell went on a strike there and then, and stayed on a strike for 6 days. Okay, she she just didn't want to do anything. She said, stop it, I'm not going to do any more cleaning, because the mother is so irritated. Okay, let's look at this number 3. Incredibly, they didn't even notice what was happening until day 3 of the strike. Okay, you look at the children, the 3 girls. The mother went on a strike for 6 days and the daughters only realized it on the 3rd day. They were not bothered at all. Okay, let's look at the next paragraph. By then, dishes had piled up in the sink, dirty plates were still on the dining table, and smelly socks were on the bedroom floors. Okay, number 4. It wasn't until day 5 that the girls started to clean up the house, blaming one another for the mess. During the cleanup, Stilwell sat on the sofa drinking coffee that her daughters had made for her. Okay, here you see the mother decided to stop doing the work because she did not mess the house. It was all done by the 3 daughters. So she decided to just rest in a sofa and the daughters mixed her a cup of coffee. Okay, let's look at this paragraph 5. Stilwell says it was shocking to see how much of what she did for her children were things that they were perfectly capable of doing on their own. Okay, so this means what? Every time the mother was doing everything for the daughters, actually the daughters could do it themselves. Okay, let's continue reading. She hadn't asked them to help because she didn't want to argue with them, or because it was faster and simpler to do it herself. Okay, the last paragraph. What's the situation in your home? Do you do your fair share, or do you expect others to clean up for after you? Okay, your fair share means what is your work you are supposed to do. Okay, you don't rely on other people. If your mom or dad went on strike, who would break first, them or you? Okay, so do you understand this passage, class?
Yes, teacher.
You understood. All right. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We are going to fill in. Can you see these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? So there are some sentences which have been missed out. So we are going to fill those gaps. Okay, so before that, read the article about helping out at home and decide on the best title for the article. So what do you think can be the best title? A, top tips for a clean home. B, when a household falls apart. And C, how to treat teenagers. Which one you think will be a suitable answer or suitable title for this article?
B or C?
What is that?
C.
C.
Any
C.
other answers?
B, teacher, B.
B. Okay, so let's see what is the answer. The answer is B, when a household falls apart. All right. Okay, so these are the 5 sentences that you are going to fill into those blanks. All right. So here they have given us 6. So one sentence you did not need to use. Okay, so let's look at A. What this means is that they should keep their rooms tidy, leave bathrooms clean, pick up after themselves, and wash their dishes once in a while. B, another option was to ask her girls to sign contracts which clearly outlined which chore each one was to do regularly. And C, her daughters complained about the disgusting house, but it apparently hadn't offended them enough to clean it. And D, nowadays, women have jobs and successful careers, leaving them little time to deal with the large number of tasks that a household requires. And E, interestingly, these are the main reasons parents give for not pressing their children to help at home. And F, she didn't actually tell her children. She just stopped doing the chores. Okay, so these sentences are going to be used to fill in those gaps. All right, so this is paragraph 1. So what you think can you put in that number 1? Which is the most suitable sentence? Okay, look at the examples and you see which can fit in. Who wants to try?
B, teacher.
Pardon? What's your answer?
B.
D, is it?
Yeah.
Any other answers? Only one answer? Pardon? Okay, you see, look at the sentence here. In the past, women stayed at home and did all the household chores while men went out to work. Fathers or sons rarely helped, but sometimes the daughters did. However, those days are long gone. Okay, so what can you say?
E.
Teacher D.
Pardon?
D.
D.
D. Okay, let's see whether D can fit in. Nowadays, women have jobs and successful careers, leaving them with large number of tasks that a household requires. But despite this change, okay, many teenagers believe that their parents and more particularly their mothers are the only ones who should pick up, tidy, clean and clear. Are you one of those teens, or do you help out? So what do you think the answer is? The answer is D. Okay, how you find the answer is, you see, there is a change. Can you see? Despite this change, so what happened to the women? Those days, yes, the mothers stayed at home. Nowadays, most women, they work. All right, not that everybody, some people still prefer being homemakers, right? So nowadays, many people work. So there is a contrast here. So you can see a continuation. All right, so the answer is D. So let's look at paragraph 2. Okay, so what do you think could be the answer for paragraph 2? Okay, it's talking about the teenagers. Okay, even so, teenagers should be careful not to make extra work for others. So what do you think could be the correct answer here?
A.
A, is it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, any other answers?
A.
Okay, you all sure with this answer?
Yeah.
Okay, try. You try to read. Try to see which one fits in. Okay, any other answers?
E.
D. D was earlier. E. Interestingly, these are the main reasons parents give for not pressing their children to help at home. Okay, let's check the answer. The answer is A. Okay, what this mess means? Okay, so because why? These are all the mess that they do. They don't even do the simple chores, right? And they probably just being lazy. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, let's look at number 3. Okay, the paragraph 3. So what do you think is the suitable answer for this? Stillwell went on a strike there and stayed on strike for 6 days. And then after that, incredibly, they didn't even notice what was happening until day 3 of the strike. So what do you think will be the most suitable answer?
F.
F. She didn't actually tell her children. She just stopped doing the chores. Any other answers? Any other options? Okay, let's just check the answer. Okay, the answer is F. All right, you can see it, right? Because she just went on a strike. Strike meaning she just stopped working. Okay, you see it's interrelated. Okay, let's look at the next paragraph. Okay, so then dishes had piled up in the sink, dirty plates were still on the dining table, and smelly socks were on the bedroom floors. Okay, then it wasn't until day 5 that the girls started to clean up the house. So what do you think is number 4?
C, teacher.
C.
Again?
C,
C.
teacher.
The daughters complained about the disgusting house, but it apparently hadn't offended them enough to clean it. Okay, so any other answers?
No, C.
C. Okay, let's just check the answer. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, so let's look at paragraph 5, the last one. Okay, so Stillwell says it was shocking to see how much of what she did for her children were things that they were perfectly capable of doing it on their own. She hadn't asked them to help because she didn't want to argue with them or because it was faster and simpler to do it herself. Okay, so what is the last answer?
D. E.
Pardon? What is the answer? Okay, quickly try. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think is answer for number 5?
E.
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 E. No other answers? Okay, let's check the answers. Okay, so the answer is E. Okay, interestingly, these are the main reasons parents give for not pressing their children to help at home. So what is the reasons? The reason is because it is faster and simpler to do it herself. Okay, same like all of you. When your mother will ask you to go and throw the rubbish or something, you will say, yes, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. And the coming never came. All right, so that is why the mother here, this Stillwell, she decided it is faster for me to do than relying on my children. All right, so you understand how to fill in the gaps? Okay, so let's go to our next activity. Okay, we actually came up with, there were 6 there were 6 phrases there that we read in the passage. So the first one, be sick and tired. What do you think does this mean? Be sick and tired means what? What is be sick and tired? Anyone? Can you all hear me? Class, can you all hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what is sick and tired? I'm sick and tired of all of you. So what does that mean?
Had enough.
What?
Had enough.
I can't hear you.
Had
Alright.
enough.
Oh, had enough. Okay. All right. Okay. So it is actually, yes, it's like something you had enough with that person, to be angry and bored because something unpleasant has been happening for a long time. Okay. For example, I'm sick and tired giving you exercises, but none of y'all are doing. Okay. I'm sick and tired. So something unpleasant. Okay. The next one. Do your fair share. What does this mean?
Do your part.
Again?
Do your part.
Do your part. All right. Okay. To get a reasonable amount. If you are supposed to do something, you just do what is supposed to do. All right. So the next one. Lend a hand.
Help.
Pardon?
Help.
Help. Okay. To help someone to do something. Next one. Not lift a finger.
Do nothing.
Again.
Do nothing.
Do nothing. Okay. To not help someone to do something, usually because you are too lazy. All right. Not to help, right? Okay. Next one. Put your feet up.
Rest.
To rest. Okay. You relax or have a rest. Okay. Last one. Run errands. What does it mean to run errands?
Chores.
To do chores. Okay, to go out to buy or do something. Okay, so these are some words that we actually used in the text just now. So we are going to use the same phrases to fill in different blanks now. Okay, so this is exercise 5 from your textbook. Complete the sentences with the correct form of this expression. Okay, so although it says here, be sick and tired, but when you fill in the blanks, you have to make sure the form is correct. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Jenny shares a flat. Flat means, a high-rise house, like an apartment. Okay, with 2 other university students, and they all dash to keep the place clean and tidy. No one does more or less than anyone else. So what do you think could the answer be?
Do their
fair
fair share.
Do their fair share.
Very good. Do their fair share. Okay, this one it says do your. So you have to put in the correct form. Why their? Because Jenny shares a flat with 2 other people. So there are 3 people in this sentence. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Jim's not at home right now. He's dashed for his dad, but he'll be back later. Okay, so what can you put in here?
Running errands.
Okay, let's check the answer. Okay, he's running errands for his dad. Okay, number 3. I dash of asking you to clean your room. So there's no pocket money for you this week. So what do you think could the answer be?
Sick and tired. I am sick and tired.
I?
am sick and tired.
Okay, let's check the form. Okay, I am sick and tired of asking you to clean your room. Okay, number 4. You look exhausted, Terry. Why don't you dash? And I'll bring you a nice cup of tea.
Put your feet down.
Put your feet.
Put your feet up. Apologies.
Okay, let's check the answer. Okay, why don't you put your feet up?
Wow.
All right. Okay, number 5. I've got a lot to do today, and it would be a big help if you could
Lend a hand.
Lend a hand.
lend me a hand.
Lend.
All right. Okay, number 6. While I cooked a 3-course dinner, my husband watched TV and
Don't lift a finger.
not lift a finger. Okay, so you understand how to put in the answers, right? Okay. Okay, so just look at these pictures now. Imagine you are sharing a flat meaning an apartment or something like that. Write a list of household chores that need to be done. Then discuss each chore and decide who will do what. Use the ideas below and some of your own. Okay, so this exercise is actually in your textbook. Okay, so we are not going to write it here, but I have already prepared that in. Did you all see just now the Google form, right? You all have filled it up, isn't it?
Yes.
Class? Okay, there was a question there. Did you all answer?
Yes, I did.
Teacher.
You did answer. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have not done it, it's okay. Okay, so listen here. So what you think, what chores can you do if you are living in a house together, you have housemates? Okay, you people are now Form 5 and you know, hopefully by next year you are done with school and you'll be going into university, colleges, and probably you'll be staying out, you will have housemates, you'll have roommates and all that. So these are certain things that you all can do together. Okay, like this, like the dishes. Okay, what other things you can do? Like in this picture, you can see washing dishes, watering the plants, and then, you know, mopping the house, then doing the laundry, washing the toilet. What other things can you do?
Cooking.
Cook. Okay, you all can share and cook. Okay, besides that, anything else?
Taking the trash out.
Trash out. Okay, you can throw, you can dispose the rubbish. Okay, another one more. Anything else that you can think of?
Sweeping.
Pardon?
Sweeping.
I can't hear you.
Sweeping.
Sweeping. All right. Okay. So there are so many other things that you can do. Okay, don't leave first. Okay, so there's so many other things that you can actually do. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes, teacher.
All right. Okay. So there are so many things that you can do when you all share a household. You stay in a house together or share a room. So there are many things that you can do. Okay. So for today's lesson, since you have already keyed in your Google form, so okay, it's okay. You can, whoever is not keyed in, you can just put in. I have put the link just now in your. Wait, let me just see. Let me put the link for you again. Your Google. Okay, for those of you who have not keyed in your attendance, you please key in. Okay, so for today's work, you don't need to buy a new exercise book or anything. If you have your last year's book, which is not complete, I mean, you still have pages there, you can just use one of those books. I don't mind you just continuing your books. All right, so you can use this book. I will send you this picture of your today's lesson. You just have to copy it in your book. All right, so we will be doing this exercise 5. Any questions?
No, teacher.
No
No,
questions.
teacher.
Okay, so thank you for joining today's class. I will see you on Thursday, I think, next class. All right. Okay, if there's
Okay,
any question, if there's any questions, you can just PM me. Okay, currently I will be teaching these 3 classes: 5 accounts, science, computer, and economy. All right.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
thank you for coming. See you all. Have a
Thank you,
nice day.
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Welcome. See you all.
teacher.
Good night,
Okay,
teacher. Thank you, teacher.
bye. Good night. It's not good night yet.
Good night. Boleh.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, welcome.